folks, FatGuyFliesRC out here at the Avon Park Aero Mods Club. Alright, it's maiden time for the FMS Pitts 1400mm version 2. Now, I'm going to take off in my trimming mode, which gyros, there's AS3X, nothing's turned on, and get her trimmed out. And then I'll turn AS3X on after we've flown around a little bit, once I know I'm happy with her. But she's bench trim, and we'll just have to see. Bench trim means she looks great on that, right on the bench. So high rates, no gyro, right, left, up, down, right, left.
Motor ready. Careful, this pit bites.
All right, wind is directly across the runway, so it doesn't really matter which way I take off. All right, timer set for 5 minutes.
Timer reset.
High rates. Here we go. Oh, I remember you. I remember this, Pitts, yeah. All right, a little bit of left aileron, just a touch. Okay, let's see. A little down elevator. Get her up high when you're trimming her. All right, I think that's pretty good right there.
AS3X mode.
All right, I'm happy with her.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
All right, let's get our testing taken care of. It is a new plane after all, first time in the air. All right, stall test, clean stall. Just turn the power off and see how she glides. And she just starts slumping forward. All right, so I'm happy with my CG, all right. Now, power off, hold up elevator, up elevator, up elevator, up elevator, up elevator, up elevator, up elevator. All right, right wing, let's do it again. Power off, up elevator, up elevator, up elevator, up elevator, up elevator, up elevator, up elevator. Looks like maybe favoring the right wing, but not bad at all. All right, let's check inverted. Oh, hold on. Very little pressure. Very little pressure needed to maintain inverted. All right. Oh, it's a big old B-25 Mitchell flying over there.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
All right. Knife edge. All day long, no problem. All right, see if she'll snap roll. Not real tight, but not bad. Like I say, this is the maiden flight on this Pitts. Real tap and go there. Little wing over there. Little sloppy wing over.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
Oh man, what a great flying plane. Outside sticks. inside sticks. Little upward climbing snap roll there, or knife edge there. Tail slide. All right, I like her.
Time remaining 1 minute.
I remember this, Pitts. All right, that wind really kicked up suddenly. Let's go ahead and take her up one more time. Still got 48 seconds. All right. All right, let that tail come up, drive the plane. See your weather vane of the wind there? All right, tell you what we're gonna do.
30 seconds.
Turn back around here.
Seconds.
There we go. Not the perfect landing, but I'll take it. Let me check that battery real quick, and we might do a little quick grass hops. Oh yeah, this one's got this.
Cruise mode.
All right.
Motor off.
Let me check that battery.
It likes it.
We're 1 second over on a 5-minute timer. Let me check the battery. If we have enough to go up again, we'll do a grass hops. I'm liking where I've got my CG. 60, oh, you better believe it, 64%. Set your timer for 7.5 minutes, fly the way you want. All right, take her up again.
Motor ready, braking. Cruise mode.
All right, let's get her out there in the grass, get some grass hops. Because I know most of you guys aren't as blessed as we are here in Avon Park to have this wonderful runway. Now this is not pavement. People think this is pavement. It's actually geotech, which is nothing more than a heavy grade stretched fabric that is stretched over the earth and then pinned down. All right, now we want to get out of that grass as quick as possible, so we're gonna just give her a nice good steady throttle, put pressure on the elevator, and just take off. Oh, my hatch is not secured. I just realized my hatch is not secured. Well, we're gonna have grass hops with a hatch not all the way on. All right. Gotta make sure that latch engages all the way forward. See how the hatch isn't all the way down? I didn't make sure of that.
Motor off. Pet the pits. It likes it.
All right, that latch is on there now.
Motor ready. Careful, this pit's bites.
All right, motor ready, careful, this pit's bites.
1 minute.
All right. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna actually take off in the grass directly into the wind. All right, that way you can kind of keep an eye on the elevator and see what kind of pressure I use to pick her up off the deck here. There you go. Little knife edge away there. I'm running a 5200 HCL SMC pack, just so you're aware. Man, what a beautiful airplane. Gorgeous airplane.
Minus 2 minutes.
Little knife edge away there. All right, we're gonna actually try to land on the runway this time. Oh yeah, she's trimmed out perfect. Nope. Can't leave it like that.
Minus 3 minutes.
All right, we're definitely gonna have to end it this time. Not too bad. All right, if you'll step back, Gabe, we'll go over our rates.
Cruise mode. Braking. Cruise mode. Motor off.
All right.
Hit the pits.
Total
Likes it.
total time 8 minutes and 10 seconds. All right. Now, don't have landing gear, don't have flaps, so we don't have to go over that. Motor is turned off. I flew in my high rates, which is on the ailerons 100% throws with 40% expo. Elevator 100% throws, 40% expo. And rudder 100% throws but with 50% expo. All right, forward programming. My AS3X settings, I didn't fly her in safe, and I've started out in manual just to make sure she's trimmed. She just needs a little bit of right aileron, if I remember right, just a touch. All right, gains are at one-time gains. Roll 34, pitch 44, yaw 60. My priorities, all at 112 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Heading I did nothing with. Stop lock, all at 50. On roll, pitch, and yaw, nothing with a release rate. Gains are one-time gains. And that's my settings. That's all there is to it. Let's check our battery and show battery placement. And I'll show you how, there's only one way for me to get the balance right. CG on the plane is 165 to 155 from the leading edge route, puts it pretty much even with this plastic doubler there. I got some glue marks there, and that puts her kind of favoring nose heavy just a little bit. With this type of plane, that's fine. Maybe even I could move the battery back even, but I got a 5200. You really want to run more like a 4000 in this, but I wanted some good flight time for the maiden. Okay, so really if I had a 4,000 right there, she'd be more even and probably landing would be a little bit easier. Alrighty, which I'll be running a 34 or like 4,900 next. So almost a, I don't remember now, to be honest with you. Alright, now this is a necessary mod. If you buy this plane, you must build some sort of structure. I've got a hot glued wood plate that I glued the very bottom, and just a piece of molding out of an old crashed plane that would just happen to bolt right on. Just something you could put a piece of angled wood or whatever, some sort of 90-degree angle, anything that comes out to the end to extend, even a hard piece of foam you could glue epoxy on there, just enough, a good 1.5 inches to hang down to keep that battery, because these have little plastic pins that hold that battery in. Well, those little plastic pins, when you take that battery in and out time after time, those little plastic pins will wear off. And then you'll be up here flying around. Next thing you know, your battery slams the back of the plane. You have a dramatic shift in CG. And you have a very bad day then. Very few pilots survive that crash. Now, that's a 5200 8CL pack. And I've got it all the way hanging off the end of the battery tray. When I put a smaller battery, I'll put it at the very end of the tray and put it forward. And, or maybe just actually probably just leave it there, and that way the CG will be, because it's still a little too nose heavy for me, for my liking. But let's check the battery and see how much is left after 8 minutes. 47%. So you could even set your battery for 9 minutes and be good. Just show you them little plastic nipples. These little, you look on the very end of this tray. There's little plastic protrusions here. Those little plastic protrusions are all that holds this tray in. And if those wear off over time, that whole rail system is going to slide right back out, and then this big old brick is going to fall the back of your plane, and you're going to have a bad day. So that's just the way it is. So that's just a necessary mod, something you need to do. FMS needs to recognize this and then just do something with these or some sort of fix. But that is the only, hear that click. They hear that click when you have nothing in the battery tray. When there's something in the batteries in there, the click is not as distinct. And make sure that latch is all the way up. And folks, that is the maiden flight, a very successful maiden flight of the FMS Pitts 1400mm version 2. And this is FatGuyFliesRC saying God is good. Gabriel, thank you for filming. And don't forget, folks, FMS has got their big Black Friday sale, and they sent this out to me for a review. And thank you, FMS, and check out that Black Friday review. Or Black Friday sale. I can't talk. Y'all have a good one. God bless y'all. Bye-bye.